I am Lobsang, a monk here at Drepung Monastery, and I will tell you what happens when we die. As you are now, the true nature of death is hidden from you, obscured by the mist of your attachments and fears. But by the end of this video, if you would listen, truly listen, you may come to see it as it is. Let me tell you what was taught to me in a distant mountain monastery, where the sutras burned into my soul over a lifetime of venerating Buddha, and a mystery was slowly unraveled that changed my entire life. For death and the life that leads to it are but one single journey, and only in understanding death can we embrace life to its fullest. Are you ready for this, my child? When the breath grows shallow and the heart falters, the body begins to withdraw from the world. The senses, once so full of sensation and distraction, will slowly lose their grasp on the world of forms. The warmth in your limbs will fade. The sounds of the world will grow dim. But in that quiet, my child, there is a truth far greater than the body's dissolution. At the moment of death, the first bardo begins. The word bardo means intermediate state, a space between life and rebirth, or between lives. This bardo is not a place, but a state of being, a state of mind, if you will. As your body falls away, you may feel a sudden, vast emptiness, like standing alone at the edge of the world, looking into an endless expanse. You may see a light that has no source, no origin, soft at first, but growing brighter, more radiant. This is the clear light of the mind, the nature of your own awareness, which has always been with you, hidden beneath the clouds of illusion. It is here, in this light, that the truth can be known. If you have prepared your heart through meditation and mindfulness, through the practice of compassion and wisdom, you will see this light for what it is, your own true nature. And in this recognition, liberation may be found. You will dissolve into that light, merge with it, as a drop of water merges with the great ocean. But if you are not ready, if your mind has been clouded by fear, by attachment, by unfulfilled desires, you will not be dissolved. Instead, the light will pass over you, and the next stages of death will begin. The Second Bardo is one of visions and sounds, vivid and powerful. You may see figures, loved ones, teachers, deities, or even terrifying apparitions. All of them are but reflections of your own mind, your own past. These forms are not external. They arise from your attachments. And if you are not careful, you may mistake them for reality, pulling yourself back into the cycle of samsara, the endless round of birth and death. At this point, there is an opportunity for choice. The Bardo is a time of great potential, where what you have cultivated in life, your wisdom, your compassion, your clarity, can guide you through the illusory world you now find yourself in. If you are drawn to the light, to the stillness, you will pass through this Bardo. But if you cling to the familiar, to the illusions of form, you may be drawn back into the Third Bardo, the Bardo of rebirth. When the Third Bardo arrives, the process of rebirth begins. Your mind, influenced by your actions, your karma, will take on a new form. In this Bardo, you may experience the overwhelming urge to enter a new life. If you have not seen through the illusion of attachment, your next birth will be shaped by your deepest desires, your unfulfilled longings. And so, the cycle begins anew, again and again and again. But if you have cultivated a deep awareness of the nature of mind, you may not be bound by this cycle. The great clear light of the mind is always there, even in the moment of death, always waiting for you to recognize it. It is as the sky above, vast, unchanging, and ever-present. It is not that the light disappears, but that we fail to see it, clouded by the mist of our attachments. Ah, my child, you ask, what is valuable in this knowledge? It is a question that could be answered in many ways, for the value of wisdom is not something one can weigh upon scales, but something that is known only by the heart, once it has tasted its sweetness. But what if I told you this could transform the way you live, here and now, in this very moment, when you realize that life and death are intertwined, that death is not something to fear, but to embrace as part of the natural rhythm of existence, you begin to see the world more clearly. Your attachments begin to loosen. You find that the things you once thought were precious, your identity, your possessions, your desires, are no longer so important. They are like clouds in the sky, passing through, only temporary. What remains then is something far more profound, the clarity of your true nature. In this, my child, we find a resounding freedom. Freedom from fear. Freedom from attachment. When you understand the nature of death, you can begin to live without fear of it. You can surrender to the flow of life and death, knowing that you are not bound by either. And when you live without fear, you live with an open heart. Your actions become more compassionate, more selfless. You stop clinging to yourself, to your ego, and instead you begin to see the interconnectedness of all things. And this, my child, offers you the key to liberation, the possibility of escaping the endless cycle of birth and death, of samsara. If you are able to understand the true nature of your mind, to recognize that it is luminous and unchanging, you can, in that moment of death, transcend the cycle. No longer will you be bound to the wheel of suffering. You will be free. And that concludes the ancient Tibetan view of what happens when we die. But what profound insights do other ancient cultures hold? If your thirst for knowledge is not yet quenched, click the link to the next video and join me as we uncover the secrets of death, life, and the soul.